Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Sponsored by Ghostalware. And now, it's Dads, Lads and Kebabs.
Right, guys, and welcome to another episode of Dads, Lads and Kebabs. Guess you're thinking, where? This is a bit different. Something's happened. Where is Niall? Fuck knows. I have no idea where the fuck Niall is. He's been ghosting me for fucking 2 days. I have no idea. So, you guys, it's just me today. So, I hope you're ready. Don't know what we're going to talk about. Oh, wait there. There's some people in the green room there. What's this? If I click this button... What the fuck? We've got a monk and a rabbi. What the fuck?
Hi, Mickey.
Hi, Mickey.
Who's that? I know this one. Oh, it's Rich. Hello, Rich.
How we doing, boy?
Oh, mate. Oh, Mark, you need a shit at all? Got your old
I am covered.
toilet paper. Oh dear. So guys, welcome to Dads, Lads and Kebabs. I'm afraid Niall is not here. He might join us at some point. I have no idea where he's gone. So,
maybe he's in denial.
Boom boom. So guys, welcome Mark and Rich, West London Paranormal, good friends of mine from the paranormal community and friends outside as well. So how you guys been?
Well, good. Thanks for having us on the show. Really appreciate it. I guess the ratings are dropping. That's why we've had such a late call-up. It's great to be here. About time.
Yeah. Your working schedule limits how we get you on the show. So
absolutely,
we fitted you in today. A little squeeze.
Day off today. We're young, free, and single.
Woo! Ladies, get ready. Yeah. So. How has your 2022 been so far?
Yeah, it's been all right.
We've done a few bits already this year, and
as you know,
you've been on a few with us. The stuff that we haven't done, obviously Mark's been editing massively behind the scenes. I take my hat off to him for that because I cannot do it to save my life. So all the editing that you see. Including the shit editing, that's Mark.
He gets the good and the bad.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's all down to him, the editing. Obviously, I have a say in it all, and I check it, we spell check it, and go through it all. But the artistic stuff, it's all Mark. So, yeah, fair play.
Yeah. Mark's a busy boy.
He is, yeah. And I grew my handlebar back just for you, look.
Yeah, I'm Hulk Hogan.
What you gonna do?
Where you used to wear a yellow t-shirt and go rah under your cape.
Yeah, rip it off. Like a pair of kecks.
Yeah. So just a question I want to ask, going back during the fucking lockdown and the COVID bullshit, how did it affect your team going out and investigating?
Yeah, a lot
because we couldn't go to any like public places. We couldn't hire anywhere. We couldn't investigate different venues. So we were very, very, very much relying on stuff that we've got in the bank, so to speak, like things that we've not put out yet or, various clips that we could hash together and things like that. But as for getting out, it did hurt us. It hurt everybody. So, we were going to like places that weren't indoors, and just ad-libbing along the way. So, yeah, it did hurt us.
Yeah, going outside, I think, was the only option, really. And just not to publicise it as well, because you get abused.
That's the one
Even if you're following every guideline, Boris, if you're following every guideline to, the extreme limit, and going above and beyond, because at the time, Mark, obviously, his mum was very ill at the time. My dad's been very ill. So we have to go above and beyond the COVID protection thing. So, for us, it was even harder, if you like, We made sure that we stayed in our own little bubble. Luckily, we do work together as well, so it makes it a lot easier. We used to have COVID tests at work every 2 days. It wasn't mandatory, but if you're in a situation like us where you work in front line with multinationals every day, you need to do that. Obviously, you know yourself in your working environment that it's very important and it's necessary. So, we were doubly careful, triply careful, whatever you want. But yeah, we tried to get out to some places where we were nowhere near anybody else. So, that's the only thing you do. And thank goodness that it's now all been relaxed and we can do what we want pretty much. If it's good enough for Boris, mate. But no Prosecco here.
Yeah. No. Yeah, just mentioning your work there. You guys work at a certain place, and I won't name it if you don't want me to.
No.
I saw a TV show the other day. It was on the telly, and it was at where you work. I was just wondering, have you ever been on that show, or did you see the cameras and that while they were?
We see the cameras, Mickey. We see the cameras.
Yeah, we see the cameras all the time, and it's only every other hour that I pull a moonie, but they always cut it out. So
Damn!
You want to see a moon?
It's a full moon.
Yeah. It was a full moon, but yeah, we see the cameras and that all the time. They go around different areas of where we are, obviously, but 90% of the time we know where they are, what they're doing. Sometimes you may, when you see long view camera shots, we may well be in those, but we don't look for it. Do you know what I mean?
Hello. Wave in the background.
Yeah, exactly. No, we don't do any of that.
So they don't come up to say, right, we're going to be filming in this section today. Do you want to be involved?
That's happened, but then we're out of the section or whatever. But I've been luckily or unluckily or whatever you way to. I don't really want to be on that show, to be honest.
I just had a message from Niall. He is alive. He's not dead.
That ritual didn't work then.
No, he thought it was tomorrow. Yeah, bullshit.
Right.
He's working till 3, so he's fucked up big time there. So you got to put up with me, boys.
Well, but all good, mate. All good.
I'm sure that's not a problem, I hope.
All good, man.
No. So tell me a little bit about how West London Paranormal started.
Oh, God. We're going back, 4 years? Originally started, I'm not going to drop team names or anything like that. It just started off with me with a camcorder. Literally, you know how it worked. Me with a camcorder, going on a little mini ghost hunts, filming around, uploading to YouTube, and the views got there. People started watching the videos. And then it was like, you said, at work, I'm really into all this paranormal stuff. I was like, I didn't know this. And not only that, it's in depth. It's like 20 odd years experience plus. And I thought, well, come along then, Rich, come on. And then we went to places and we started filming, putting our stuff together with his knowledge, research, and it started growing, and it's grown and grown and grown to where we are today.
Where are we?
We're in my house doing a Dads Lads video. And our work has been noticed pretty much outside across the world.
Yeah.
Magazines, articles,
media
platforms, and we're working with some of the best people in the world at the moment.
Well, we're working with Miki.
Oh yeah, of course.
Hey,
PayPal me that one later. And I mean, it's just grown and grown, and it's going to get bigger and bigger.
Don't you think when you start in that, what's he laughing for? Is he wet himself? When you start out in a paranormal team, you always have. It takes a while to get your team right. Where you have team members you start with, they're not necessarily suited, you fuck them off, and then someone else comes in, not really working, and it goes again. I was with a team locally, and we had about 4 teams until I left, and it's just that people didn't really get involved, and it just didn't feel right. So have you experienced anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, it's trial and error until you get the medium right. No pun there. But
Sam?
Can you feel what I'm going to say next?
I mean, we tried to. I did have an idea of expanding, maybe 2 people. Maybe we went to 4 at one point. Obviously, I'm not going to go into the situation.
Yeah.
But
No.
my decision, I thought it would have been good. And Rich was like, okay. But it backfired massively. And that's one big mistake I've made. And it's always going to be the two of us. There's never going to be any more.
I also never say never, because we could have we'd have Mickey tomorrow.
Of course we would.
Well, Mickey. We'd have Mickey tomorrow.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
But
the bill's adding up.
You know, with regards to having you've got to have the right medium, because otherwise it just spins the mood on top of its head. You've got to have people that can bring their own individualities and then gel, because there's no point having 2 or 3 researchers. There's no point having 2 or 3 mediums. You know,
or 3 paranormal investigators and one does it all.
Yeah, and that you can't. You've got to have people that are equally keen to get on.
Exactly.
And you know, if everyone's got their own, I don't really
algorithm.
Algorithm. Yeah. If everyone's got their own agenda, then it doesn't work, because you're going to be at loggerheads straight away. So yeah, own agendas, hidden agendas, which is one of the special ones. There for the wrong reasons, riding coattails, you know, all that sort of stuff. It doesn't work. So better the devil you know.
Oh, no pun intended.
I'm full of them today.
He's got a little book. He wrote them down earlier. Oh, there it is. Oh, what's that? Is that the Satan Bible?
That's Mickey there, look.
Oh, yeah.
That is Anton LaVey, High Priest.
High Priest of Satan.
Church of Satan. So we can get into that in a little while if you want, Church of Satan. I'd like to.
Yeah, I was just going to ask about, obviously you mentioned in the different roles that people play in paranormal teams. What would you say each of your roles are? You work differently?
We have a lot of set expertise in our roles. I mean, like you said earlier, editing. I'm, the editor. I do the editing, and he can't do. If
you give me a video to edit, I would smash it to pieces.
But then again, if he turns around to me at location and says, "You know about this church?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a." But no, he will go down the research behind the locations. You know what I mean? It all adds up when you put these two skills together. That's what makes a team.
It's not all like beds of roses. We have our arguments, we have our disagreements. I get the ump, he gets the ump, but eventually we thrash it out and we come out with a great product. And that's what it's about.
Exactly.
That's it. Exactly. That's exactly it. If you can't always agree on everything, and if you agreed on everything, something's wrong in my mind, because you're not pushing the boundaries and the limits to get better and better. You're just stale. So therefore, you have to have disagreements which follow, certain ideas. And if you're giving a certain idea that the other one, we're 50-50. There's not a third and final vote or a casting vote. It's who's harder than the other sort of thing. You know what I mean? And that's how it's happening.
I mean, if I like something and he don't like it, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, we have to pretty much agree, or be just off of an agreement to say, well, let's let it run this time, see if it works, If it doesn't work, it doesn't happen next time. If it works,
I mean, we learn by mistakes. I mean, you didn't want to do the TikTok Halloween thing, but he did it for me. And did it work? Yeah, it worked, but we wouldn't do it again. We learn by these things.
Yeah, I don't like all that. I'm not going to say that I don't like doing events, because I like doing events for the people that are there. But I don't like, it's very contradictory, I don't like doing events for the only reason that I don't like is a selfish one. Because I can't investigate properly myself. You're making sure that your guests, or they're paying guests, do you know what I mean? They're not just people of coming along as a favour and filling that. They're there to do an investigation and learn from us. And also a lot of them bring their own skills, and I'm learning from them as well. We never stop learning in this business, but the point of the fact is, when you put on an event, you don't really have a hands-on investigation. You're trying to lead everybody else to investigate, and that's why the drawback is for me. I'm not a fan of that, but I like to see other people having fun, them investigating, and obviously passing on some knowledge.
Give and take thing, isn't it?
Yeah, well, gaining some knowledge. Not everybody is a freshie.
Yeah, what I find with public events, I don't expect any activity whatsoever. I don't expect an investigation. like you say, I'm only there to meet the guests.
Yeah.
I like going along and just having a chat with people I've maybe never met before. Maybe I've spoke to them on Twitter or something, but I've never actually met them, and they're at the event, and it's nice to network, as it were. But you're never going to get any good evidence. Well, it's very highly unlikely, because you're going to have people that are new, not really sure what's happening. They're screaming when someone breathes. And they're so, what the fuck? They're like, ah! All the women. And then the next one does it. And then the next one.
It's more like an entertainment evening for people who don't really know what's going on.
Yeah.
Then you flip that coin on the other side, and then you get into the realms of collaborating with other teams. That, for me, is totally different. That is a joint professional investigation. And I expect results. You know, you can't get results all the time, but I expect more results than I would on a public event like you just explained and described.
Like you say, you don't really like doing the events. Do you like doing collaborations with other teams, or?
Personally, I love collaborations.
Yeah, the TikTok event you mentioned, was that a TikTok first, I believe? Paranormal investigation?
From my understanding,
Paranormal one.
for a paranormal event on Halloween through TikTok, where it was broadcasted, I would say, from the understanding, yes.
Yeah. Woo!
And it was broadcast to a hell of a lot of people. And obviously the TikTok platform is one of the biggest platforms. But it's also, in my eyes, looking at it recently, it's also the biggest entertainment platform for fakery as well.
It's easy to fake a 10-second video.
Views, the people that produce stuff through TikTok and go live are not the audience we really want to aim at.
No.
It sounds horrible to put it, but I would say that they're more gullible, if that makes sense. Don't shoot me. But
ooh, controversy.
That's an ouch, right?
I mean, I've seen the comments people put on there, and they're led by what they see through there. Again, this is not aimed at certain people or any teams. It's just an overall experience that I've seen through TikTok. People upload a video of this random thing running across, and people think it's funny. But then you get that comment you read on there going, "Oh, I wish I didn't see that, mate. It's not real." You know.
Yeah.
We know
Nightmares.
that
We know
TikTok is an entertainment platform.
Yes.
And that to
Will always
me,
be.
I mean, I don't even do TikTok. Simple. I frown upon it. It's just not me, you know. But the realms for entertainment are huge on there. I get that. I understand that. I understand you can get thousands and thousands of followers, but they're not the followers that we are looking for.
I don't think TikTok is classed as something people from the paranormal look at and think, you know what, you're a good team. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, as soon as someone mentions TikTok,
you think
you can't associate TikTok with professional. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, there's teams on there that put their work on there that are never heard of in the paranormal field. But if you go on TikTok, oh, it's all them. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to be.
Yeah, we're trying to be politically correct, but you know, let's face it, it's not the out realm that we want to be involved with.
Yeah,
professionally.
Yeah, I find TikTok is something that's good for when you're having a shit. And you sit there for 20 minutes just fucking scrolling up, laughing at these idiots, and I'm on there myself, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, I'm always laughing at you when I'm having a shit.
That's because I'm normally in the corner looking at you.
You're normally in my bath.
Good job you're not thinking of it, though, hey?
Yeah. I find TikTok very toxic. There's a lot of bullying on TikTok.
Because it's all about getting the likes and being popular. And people will do anything if they're in that realm to be famous or well known or be a name drop. Or I couldn't give a toss if I had one follower on Facebook or a million followers on Facebook. I do what I want, when I want. If you don't like it, fuck off.
I know you're not a fan of TikTok.
Is it because it sounds like a sweet?
TikTok.
Tic-tac.
Tic-tac, yes, it does. Little bit, I like to shake a few of them and all.
Yeah.
TikTok's had its time with me.
Wow.
It has.
Let's remember that, Mickey. Are you getting it? I thought you were showing us where you're going to get your TikTok tattoo.
Oh yeah, no, that's down there.
Yeah.
Hey.
TikTok was fun for what it was,
It is good. It's fine
good.
for entertainment.
Yeah.
That's it.
but you can't put credible stuff on an entertainment.
The kids love it. You know, I just think it's so immature. I'm way past that. I'm sorry. It's perfect for some people and totally not perfect for others, and it doesn't work for me.
Rich is too old.
I am too old. 28 now.
28, yeah, fucking hell, you're old. You're older than me, man.
Had a hard life.
I've got grey in there. Yeah.
I thought that was dye. No?
Grey dye.
I don't die.
Grey. I used to dye my beard.
Mark dyes his with Grecian. Grecian 2000. Don't look at me like you don't even know what I'm on about.
What's that mean?
Yeah, he don't even know, does he, being 12?
Oh dear. So your audience, is it just based in the UK for your paranormal stuff, or is it elsewhere in the world?
Worldwide.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the statistics through the YouTube and Instagram, and I mean, main base is the UK with the US, Australia.
I think the US is second, isn't it?
US is way second, yeah. But yeah, I mean, when you do US, UK, Australia, Sweden, we've got some people from there, you know, that comment on our stuff. All these places, I consider that worldwide. You know,
Well, if you're in the UK and
then you've got Sydney,
and you've got
around the world.
America, and then you've got Australia, that is worldwide.
There we
So
go.
there you go.
Yeah.
And not just that, we have interaction from people on like the Facebook lives or the YouTube comments, but they are from around the world. So, you know, that what construes worldwide, in my mind, that demographic shows you it's worldwide.
Yeah.
Anything out of Europe, I suppose, is worldwide, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I have to have a passport to go past Watford, so
Probably. You do now, fucking Brexit.
passenger locator form to get the shops.
So you mentioned your audience from America. I believe you're on a streaming platform over that's based in the States. Is that right?
Yeah, Paraflix.tv. We initially started with them when they started up. I think it's about a year ago, is it now? More?
Just over a year.
Just over a year ago. And everything was, you know, excited. They had some good people on board, you know, name drop, Patty Negri, you know, he's very, very well known in the industry, very well respected for the right reasons. And obviously, it was fantastic to be associated with those names. It did give us a platform to get out to America, but we'd already been out in America with our various media. So we were sort of seeing if it would help step up to the next level. In all honesty, it hasn't delivered. It hasn't delivered anything that, say, we were promised. So, you know, I don't want to go into all the details, all the background details of it, but, you know, we're still trickling along, and we share each other's content and stuff like that. But we are us. It's simple as that. We are West London Paranormal. We do what we want, when we want, with whom we want, and we are not tied to anybody. If somebody would like to use our stuff, they only have to ask. We're more than willing to help out with content for anybody, any platform. Just ask. But don't promise what you can't deliver, because that's what's happened. And I don't want to keep going over the same thing or, you know, slag them off so much. Because in my mind, they just haven't got it right. They wanted to start too big, too quick, no foundations. And it did fall on its butt at the beginning. People left. You know, in my mind, it was a sort of like there was a lot of favoritism for media content. You know, it just wasn't working for us. And that's why we've had a little step, I'd say back to the side. You know, we've sidestepped. But, you know, there is still a relationship there of sorts. Interpretate that how you will.
Do you think that they tried to be the paranormal Netflix? Is that sort of what they had in mind?
100%. That's how they produced it to start off with. the Netflix of Paranormal.
Okay.
But
It was too big, too quick, wasn't
but
it?
let's just work out the Netflix of Paranormal was quickly taken down, which goes to show that their copyright wasn't thought forward as well. If that makes sense.
Yeah, no. There were
but
legal things that went
legal
on with
things.
names and stuff like that. Obviously, you can't say too much or we'd be
Yeah.
liable. But the point of the matter is that it wasn't thought through as much as you would think a new company should have. Due diligences, things like that. At the beginning, when you set up something, you have to do due diligence on everything, don't you? You have to cross every T, dot every I. Well, some T's and some I's were missing. That's the best way to explain it.
The way you can explain that is you've got some of the best paranormal people in the world still putting their stuff on YouTube. And YouTube's free to watch. But if you come in with a new platform and you outprice it to Disney Plus or anything like that, or Discovery Plus, sorry, when it's not come out there, but then your prices drop by like 90% within the first year. That is a red flag.
Something's amiss. Don't go into.
I'm not going to go into much details.
It's like a hate campaign.
It's not a hate campaign at all. I'm just saying there's faults there that shouldn't have been there to start off with.
The way to describe it is initial ideas of grandeur.
Yeah.
And they didn't deliver.
And that's it.
I did see some of your stuff on there, and it looked really good. And I think in their head, the idea was very good.
Yep.
Like you say.
We had some of the best content put on there to start off with, but it was pulled.
That's what I mean. And
video quality.
I think maybe sometimes it just, like you say, there's some bits that need ironing out, some issues, and maybe it'll be massive in the future.
Yeah, you can let it happen for a while, but a year into it, and is it up there? Is it delivering? No, it's not. Over a year now, it's still not delivering. It's just trickling, and we can do way better for ourselves without having the pressure of pleasing them. You understand?
Yeah.
And also, it's not just about us. It's about the people that follow us. A fan base, if you like, or people who are very, not fans, but are intrigued every month or every time we put out a video. They couldn't get to see it without having to pay, and what I call an extortionate amount of money for what it was. Why should they? So we've gone back to putting it out there for free.
Yeah, I think that's the best way. People don't want to pay the money nowadays, especially in this sort of time when all the energy prices are going up. Everything costs a fucking bomb now.
Yeah, exactly.
And, if they want to be entertained, they love you guys, and I mean, some will pay anything to watch you guys, your new videos, but
and you're not going to get rich on it either. So it doesn't matter what way you look at any of this. And this is going to be controversial, and this is what I'm about. The people who have got rich off the paranormal push the boundaries of what is real and what is entertainment. All right. Me and Mark, myself and Mark and I.
So it's got my rim.
Are you all right, mate? Are you all right? All right. Okay.
Sorry.
So your windpipe there, couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate.
Myself and Mark are known, and we are well known.
Got you in it, Mickey.
Are we going to cut?
We don't cut. Carry on.
Carry on.
No, this is it. This is us.
This is us. Mark and I, we are very well known for taking a stance against fakery, right?
Yeah.
If I see something that is blatantly fake on Facebook or Instagram, I will light them up like a touch paper, and I will say my piece. And if you want to ban me from that group, or you want to slag me off for being honest and truthful, I've got experience. I know when someone's taking the piss, all right, for likes, for follows, or whatever. And if I see that, I will pull you on it. It's just one of them. I don't do tying fishing line to a little tricycle in the corner of the room and off camera pulling the line so the little tricycle wheels across the floor. Doesn't happen. And if I see it, I'll light you up. Simple as that. And that's why people like us, because, all right, we're a bit controversial, but you get the truth. And we will debunk something rather than try and pass it off. And that's us, you know?
Yeah, I think that's the best way. People want honesty in this game. And unfortunately, there's a lot of fakery, even in people that you think would never do that. They eventually, for whatever reason, they eventually do get there.
Yeah, it's even been documented on the TV, hasn't it? I'm not going to mention the show, but a couple of people who we know quite well, let's just say there was a bang over one side of the room, but just before that, the camera pulled up on someone throwing a stone. Right, I think you know the clip I'm on about, and it was mainstream TV. So as soon as that happens, all credibility for that team drop.
Didn't that start COVID? That person.
Oh. Anyway.
Mark's like, what the fuck you on about?
Moving on.
I lost it.
Yeah. So anything that you see on mainstream TV.
Oh, I got you there. Oh, yeah.
Oh, catch up, Turbo.
Yeah.
Sorry. Jesus.
Call him an Uber.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be in a couple of weeks. Yeah, anything you see on mainstream TV that you can show or prove that was a fake, for me, you just lost all credibility to me forever. You know, I'll never associate with those people or that team because I don't want that bad name. It's simple as that.
So just go into some of the people you've worked with and you've collabed with. Who are your favourite people, or not necessarily favourite, but people that you enjoyed working with and had a good night with?
Mickey York!
Not yet, you meant to say
Oh,
it.
shit.
Fuck's sake.
Too soon.
Right, let me start again.
He's too excited. I'll send you a sticker.
Oh, we work for so many people. But it's Mickey York. Well, yeah.
Who?
Mickey, you know Mickey.
Oh, Mickey. You're so fine, you brought my money, Mickey. That's him.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey, Mickey.
Obviously, hands down, Mickey.
Hands down, Mickey. You are the man. I love working. I'm not going to blow sunshine up your ass too much because it's too tight. But
That's good.
it's good. But yes, I love working with you. To be fair, one of my favourites. Moving on swiftly, there is a lot of other people. Every team we've worked with have brought something different. Yeah. I think working with the team at Keep Paranormal,
a recent one,
you know, Karen, Gary Fields. Wow, Gary Fields, he knows some stuff, and he's great at what he does. A lot of people would find it. This is no detriment to the guy's talents. A lot of people will find it entertaining to watch, not for fakery or anything like that, but for what it is that he brings to the table. You know, Karen in her own right, her mediumship stuff, you know, she's up there with the best. But Gary Fields, for me, is one of the best in his field. Gary, sorry, mate. Sorry. But brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And, you know, but you know, we got other people we work with. There's a couple of girls that started out a year or two ago, didn't they?
Yeah, just before lockdown.
Sisters Paranormal. They are fantastic. I mean, not being funny, everywhere they go, they shit themselves. You know, but the humour and the fun that they bring to an investigation.
Oh yeah,
right.
And the spirits love it.
And the spirits love it. Yeah. Absolutely. We had so much fun with those girls. It's absolutely brilliant.
Well, elaborate it.
Professional fun.
Yes, absolutely. But they bring an element.
Ramming is one of the best investigations we've done with.
They bring an element of fun, and you can't always be serious. If you're serious all the time, firstly, it makes you a dull person, right? Secondly, it makes your content dull as well, and it also makes your content the same old stuff. You're putting out the same old stuff. You need these humour levels. You need these different teams that bring different elements. And that is why our content is so diverse. And I think that's what keeps people interested.
And we are very selective what teams we work with.
We are selective. We have been asked to work with a lot of teams. No names mentioned, because one day we possibly will work with these teams.
But at the moment...
no juice.
But at the moment, we just keep an eye on the teams.
We feel maybe a team isn't experienced enough, or we may feel that a team is going in a different direction to us. But we never say never, and we like working with other teams. It's simple as that. It's brilliant. What about yourself, Mickey? Let's throw that back to you. What do you like about working with other teams? And obviously, the best team you've ever worked with is West London Paranormal. We know that goes without saying.
Who the fuck are they?
But yeah, what do you think about working with other people and collaborating?
I love working with, like I said about the guests on the events, meeting people. I love working with other teams. Firstly, they've got experience. They've done things that maybe I haven't done. Also makes for a good video, which is up there as well. We don't do this for fun. Well, we do sometimes. But yeah, I just enjoy just meeting the people and working. Like you guys, I've worked with you 3 times now in different places and always had an awesome time. I think it just works. I mean, I haven't had to put up with Mark for a fucking week on holiday. I mean, we'll get onto that in a bit later, but now. I
mean, I spent a night with him in the woods, just one night with him in the woods, and I had to smack him in the nuts. Yeah, that was not for me, it weren't. It was for me.
Enjoyed that.
I did.
Mark's like, do it again.
On the list earlier.
It did take me 5 times to locate him. I've got to be honest, it was cold that night.
The joggers on.
Is that it? No, I've worked with a lot of people and over the years, like you said about the experience, I wouldn't necessarily think that's a bad thing to work with people that are inexperienced, because we've all got to start somewhere. We were all nothing at one point. But I agree with the direction they're going, and you don't like what they stand for. There's a few people that I wouldn't work with just for that fact, because the backlash you would get, or from I've known them and I've worked with them, but now they've and they said a C word then. Do apologise, Scarlett.
Oh, really?
Shout out to Scarlett.
Yay!
Yeah, they've turned into a horrible person, and I just, for me, I wouldn't go near them.
Yeah, no, that's a fair comment. That is a fair comment.
Some people are awesome. We meet a lot of great people, but there's also some little bastards that I wouldn't want to work with.
Everywhere you go, there's always someone that never likes who you are. Simple.
That's the same in every realm, isn't it?
Paranormal is one of the worst realms to be in.
It's a horrible place. If you
even the devil's nicer than
even the mediums can't see it coming. What's going on?
Oh, he's done it again.
Yeah, I totally forgot what I was going to say now. Fucking.
I put you off the hook there. Sorry, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, collaborations. We collabed UK Haunted and yourselves and Sisters Paranormal, which I met for the first time. And Fern and Christy, is that their name? Christy, yeah? Yeah.
Girls, yeah.
Lovely girls, awesome girls, great fun. Would love to work with them again. We went to my favourite ever location in Northamptonshire, the Midlands, St Crispin's Mental Asylum.
Wow.
Just listening.
Wow, what a place.
This was your second time there, because you joined us, was it last December, wasn't it? Beginning of December?
Yeah. The mud edition, I call it.
Yeah, the swamp, yeah. And then beginning of January, we ventured back there. And this leads on to the Satan stuff. And Lucifer and Beelzebub. Yeah. So if we can have a little chat about Rich's past, because I think it's fascinating. I never knew you were into this sort of, I wouldn't call it ritualistic stuff.
The dark side of the paranormal, yes?
Yes. We'll go with that, yeah.
Okay, well...
I'll see you later.
Not a lot of people know that I'm into the dark side of the paranormal, right? You will get clues from when we're doing our investigations, because I go down that route, don't I? A lot.
Yeah.
Questioning, aggressive tactics.
Shouts.
Do the odd chant. But I go down the aggravation side of things, especially if we're getting hardly any interaction from white spirits, clean, bright, nice spirits. It's got to be the nice white light, to start with. Everybody wants the nice, white, friendly, spirits at the start, don't they? That's what they want. But a lot of people, if they go, in my mind, if they go along for a couple of hours and they've had no interaction with this and that, you've had no spike readings or anything else like that, they will just do the same thing, but in a different room or another different room. It's circling back to where you started and doing the same thing again. Well, for me, it ain't having it, and I'm letting them have it. Simple as that. I will get really aggressive.
And you'll see in one of the videos where Rich just lets it go.
And I do.
And he gets results.
It does get results. It does get results.
If you smack in the face.
If you can antagonise a certain spirit or a dark energy entity, it does have different results. It does. There's no doubt about it. If you start going from your questions like, "Hi, how many spirits do I have here with me? How old are you? Are you a child?" And I want to go, "What sort of bastard were you? Did you kill anyone, you bastard?" I'm like, don't lie, for a reason. It's simple. Are you a mental case? Are you a murderer? And change the tone of your voice. I think that it does get results. Have you been in a situation like that, Mickey, where you tried something subtle and then you changed a different tact?
Yeah, I think if you go down the paranormal route, everybody sort of investigates. "Hi, my name is Mickey, blah, blah, blah. Is there anybody here?" They call out the same. "What's your name?" They use different bits of equipment. And the spirits, if they are real, they're going to be hearing that shit every night. And it's like, another one, And they'll be thinking, then you got Rich, fucking, "Come on, demon!" He'd be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, this geezer wants some.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, I think it does.
Mark, we'll get to you in a minute.
Oh, Mark, he's
calm down. Fucking hell, it's not all about you, mate.
Don't bolt too soon. Sorry.
Fucking hell, calm down, bruv.
It's one of it's the top piece about our investigations.
Yeah, shh.
What are we talking about?
You want to build a snowman? Let's take it down.
Not bolted though.
Yeah, so I do think a change of tact can work. Change of energy, a change the way you're delivering something, and I do believe it has results.
Yeah.
Sorry, mate. Are we interrupting you there, Mickey?
No, what? I'm just gonna ask something. Wait there. I just need to know the date. So we've got that one. So this video is coming out on the 8th of March. This podcast, yeah, that's the plan.
Okay.
If that's a Monday. So a week ago, as it were, the 1st of March, you have the video out to this location. So I'm just checking.
Yeah. Oh, is that right? Is it
1st of March.
It comes out before the podcast.
Yes, it comes out 1st of March.
Okay.
So a week later.
So now everybody watching this will know what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah. So we can go into a bit of detail. So we went down to the cellar, and Rich had some blood with him in a Ribena bottle.
Well, I don't know what it was actually because it had the label removed.
Ooh, carry on.
So
don't drink it though.
Don't. So when you first saw the bottle, when you looked at it, what did you notice? What turned you a little bit?
It was all congealed and jellified at the bottom. And I thought, why? At first, I totally forgot about the pig's blood. I didn't realise that you had it in that. I thought it was in like a little jar or something. But you got a bottle of squash out. And I'm thinking, why has he got fucking squash out? I don't want to drink. And then it's like, oh, okay, yes.
Yeah. Imagine getting alien. What's that, Mickey? Look at this blood. Look, all the gel. I'm like,
well, you have to be prepared for these sort of situations, you know. It's all in the prep for me, researching prep and all that. Anyway, so I will just digress and go back before we got carried away and tell you the initial why I was into the dark side.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we got a bit carried away there, didn't we?
We did digress, didn't we? Well, I don't know.
God knows. It looks good, I'm telling you.
Right, so moving on. No, I'm joking. So, not a lot of people know, you know, friends, family, close family, whatever, know, you know, that I'm into that sort of stuff. Because, not being funny, it's taboo, isn't it? Do you not think?
Yeah.
It's taboo.
It's not something you tell your nan on Sunday dinner, is it?
Exactly.
By the way, I'm talking to Satan on Friday.
Yeah, especially a generation or two above us, right? You just wouldn't go there. You just wouldn't go there.
No.
I think it stems. I don't really know, Mickey. The answer is I don't really know. There could be things that have pushed me towards it. When I was young, I used to be a fanatic heavy metal fan, right? Fanatic.
There you go.
Ozzy Osbourne, right? Black Sabbath, Ozzy. I used to love all that when I was young. Did it have dark? Yeah, let's rip heads off bats. I didn't do it.
I was going to ask you that.
That's a disclaimer there, folks. If the internet police are watching. But yes, I think it does have an element of not peer pressure, but peers showing you a different way about life. A lot of the lyrics in a lot of the songs were dark, and it makes you intrigued as a youngster to go and find out about things. That's the way I thought about it anyway. So I used to go to the library, and I used to, look at different parts of the Bible, where they were mentioning, Lucifer and Satan and the dark side and hatred and things like that. Let's remember, controversially, that the Bible is fiction. So let's remember that. Who do you think wrote the Bible? It wasn't Jesus. Come on, kids.
You've got a signed copy.
Yeah, we have got a signed copy. I've got a signed copy of the Bible. It's from Smith's.
Great release.
Yeah, you know it. But without wanting to upset any of our serious Christian followers who are blinded by the light. That song, I love that song. Any of our Christian followers who are extreme Christian followers, I don't want to offend you, but if you are like that and you don't have any give or sway or open-mindedness to think that there isn't another point of view or another side to, the Bible, then
you can't have one without the other. You can't have God and not have Satan.
Right, okay, so that's why people don't understand, right? A lot of people think that the devil is bad, right? No, the devil isn't bad. He's just different, indifferent, whatever. He just doesn't agree with everything that God purveys, portrays, or portrayed.
Like us two.
Right? So, yeah. So why?
Satan and God.
Exactly. People don't even know that Lucifer was a Roman god. He was a Roman god. He wasn't the devil. He didn't come as the devil.
I thought he was a fallen angel. He got cast out of heaven, and he thought, "Fuck you, God."
No, he was a Roman god.
I start my own Facebook page.
Exactly. He did do that. He wasn't, immediately the bad man. He was the god of light. Lucifer was the god of light. He purveyed light. Right? So that's it. But because he had different views, he was cast aside. And that is where parted ways. And he was hated upon. And that is where, therefore, he became Lucifer, Satan, same person. That's where it started from. He was the god. He was. And not many people know that. When you look into, when we did that ritual a little while ago, which you have now seen, or you should see on our film, that was done for various reasons. Firstly, because I've never done it with West London Paranormal, and I wanted to spice it up. We had a lot of people there, so I thought maybe it could entice something dark that night, and we weren't disappointed. We weren't, were we? As paranormal investigators, were you disappointed that night?
There was so much stuff happening that was like, wow.
Was that one of your most active nights at St. Crispin's?
Don't answer that yet. Oh. Don't answer that. So before, let's go back on that evening. Before there was a ritual, scale 1 to 10, 1 being not very much, 10 being the most active ever. Before the ritual, scale 1 to 10, and then after the ritual, scale 1 to 10. Mickey, what do you think?
I think it was about a 3 or a 4 in the clock tower building, and we did the ritual, and then we started hearing bangs upstairs, didn't we? And then shit got real, and I'd give it a 9 because it can't be perfect, but definitely wow, lots of physical.
Very real.
I wanted to go home.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
That's because you're scared of everything, Mark.
Exactly,
No, he's a ghost.
He's a runner. He's a rock star. But yeah, so that, I mean, for us, that took it to another level. Like I said, there's not something I am going to do on every investigation. It might not even be once a year, but every now and then, out of the blue, if the place I feel is going to benefit from it, or the investigation is going to benefit, or the right number of people are going to benefit from it, why not? Push the realms. And that's what leads me to a comment that was made on one of your posts about it.
What, from the Church of Satan?
The Church of Satan, okay? So, the Church of Satan, again, you know, you wrote a comment on Mickey York's wall, and I called you out on it, and you decided not to reply. Then I PM'd you about it. I sent you a message on...
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I sent Church of Satan a message
Doesn't hold back.
on all platforms. So,
This is breaking news. Carry on.
breaking news! I sent them a PM on all media platforms, asking them to meet with me, not meet physically, just meet and have a chat on a Zoom, or even reply to me on private message or whatever, and explain their rational thoughts on the matter, and they refused to come back to me. So to me, that says it all. I don't currently know who runs the Church of Satan. What I do know is the Church of Satan isn't what you think it is. A layman, perhaps, or somebody who's not even in the realms or the genre that we're in, would think that the Church of Satan is all about promoting evil, nastiness and stuff like that. No, it's not. Everything they portray on their websites or in any periodicals that they've put out or anything is all good. It's nothing. They're just using the name Satan, and I find that offensive. As a past Satanist, I find it offensive, and they didn't come back to me. And to be fair, guys, you're pussies. Simple as that. All right. So I called you out, and you didn't come back. So up yours.
Just make sure you tag him in this video, yeah?
Yeah, you check Satan. No problem.
Shut up. Fair play for standing up for what you believe in.
Stand up for your rights. There you go.
Yeah.
Good enough for Bob Marley, good enough for the devil. Simple as that. But also, I mentioned to you a little while ago about the Satanic Bible.
Yes.
It was written by Anton LaVey in '66. Yeah, he set it up.
Yeah.
You got a copy, haven't you? Have you had a chance to read any of it?
No, I do have. I've had it for like 3 years. Never read it.
Right. But it's nothing what you think. I told you that, didn't I? You go into that thinking, oh, it's going to be so dark, and he's going to be slaughtering goats and drinking blood and doing... No, it's not. The Satanic Bible is just not agreeing with the Bible. That's all it is. It's an upside-down version. I'm going to read something from the Satanic Bible. Do you mind?
No, fair play. Knock yourself out.
I'd rather knock Mark out.
Or off.
With the book.
So,
knock him off.
So these are the nine satanic statements, okay? And this is like Satan versus God, okay? And just interpret them how you will. And this is for everybody who's watching. Do you really think that all of these statements bring on evil? All right. So we're going to start with number 1. Satan, you've got to remember what the Bible teaches you, like the sins, okay? Like the sins and the commandments and the sins. So this is the 9 statements, the satanic statements. Satan represents indulgence instead of abstinence. So the Bible will say abstain from being greedy and all like that. Yeah. Well, the reason Lucifer was a fallen angel is because he didn't really agree with that, and he would like to indulge a little bit more. That's it. That's the evil compared to abstinence, indulgence. Really? Such a bad thing? Really?
It's what we all do every day of our lives.
Thank you very much. Satan represents vital existence instead of spiritual pipe dreams. Well, that has a lot of different meanings, you know. Satan represents undefiled wisdom instead of hypocritical self-deceit, you know. So when you're deceiving yourself, can it be good? Can it be bad? Is it evil, though? Is it evil? Is it satanic? No.
No.
It's just a different view. Let's go down this one. Satan represents vengeance instead of turning the other cheek. Can every Christian, hand on their heart, tell me that they've never, ever thought of some sort of vengeance against turning the other cheek? So let's give you a really pathetic thing. When you're a child, say 10, 11 years old, or even younger, and you go to the sweet shops with your best mate, and you pick up £1 worth of sweets. I take a sweet from Mark's bag, but that cheeky little bugger took 2 from my bag. That's vengeance. Is it evil, or is it just what kids do?
There you go. I wouldn't call that evil.
I'll just give you one more. I'm not going to go through the 9. Satan represents all of the so-called sins, as they all lead to physical, mental, or emotional gratification. Who are we, as human beings, to tell each other that we can't be satisfied, gratified, or fulfilled? Is that really evil?
No, I think that's what makes humans.
And that is why Lucifer fell out of grace with the gods.
Fair play to him. Hail Satan!
Hail Satan! There you go. So, you know, the lesson here is, yes, there are what you call evil things in this world, murders. You know, I'm not going to go into all the things because they turn my stomach, but you know what we're talking about. There are things that are evil, you know. But when you're talking about some of these sins that are in the Bible and stuff like that, and the reason that Lucifer is portrayed as a really, really bad devil, satanic, Satan, whatever. No, it's not. It's not. It's just another view, another point of view, and another way of looking at something.
Like you say, he's not attacking people and cutting them into pieces.
No.
So.
No. And then that's where all the fables and the folklore start, isn't it? Hell's down there. Don't go down there. It's all dark. There's loads of fire raging. You know, you're walking around with hoofs instead of feet. And, you know, it's all fable, folklore, and all that sort of stuff. But does anyone really know? No, of course they don't. Does anyone really know the truth? Of course they don't.
We will never know the truth of what happened, what was started in long time ago.
Never.
So, do we have a date when Satan was supposed to be kicked out of heaven?
Well, it's back whenever 2.6 million years ago. I don't know.
When the dinosaurs were here.
You know, yeah, ridiculous. Who knows? No.
Quick question. Why do you think we don't see dinosaur ghosts?
Because billions of years ago, the terrain of the earth was a lot lower. Are there spirits roaming the grounds underneath?
Oh, that's a good one. They're haunting the dead bodies in the cemeteries.
I didn't even think of that. Very good.
No.
I've had that question asked to me before.
But who's to say that there are no dinosaur ghosts? You just got to be in the right place at the right time, right?
Yeah, but I think it's because energy can eventually disperse after 65 million years.
Yeah, I think so.
Miles and miles underground.
Or that.
Ghost trapped underground.
Yeah, of course.
I love that show.
Interesting. So let's go back to some Crispins.
Yes.
And when after the ritual, Mark, you can take over here because I need a break.
Go back to what you were saying with the energy changing. You went to a 9. Obviously, I agree with you completely. The beginning of the night was good. I mean, you were seeing stuff. The box went on command, as you saw in the video, but it wasn't full on. It was letting us know we knew something was there. But the ritual which you did with the pig's blood, it did change the atmosphere to a more aggressive form. Because as soon as that happened, there was a pigeon. You must remember the pigeon.
God rest the pigeon.
Bless him. We came out and there was a pigeon on the floor. Fresh. Yeah.
It looked like nothing was wrong with it. It's just like someone had picked it up and put it on the floor.
Do you know what? There wasn't even one feather out of place.
It was a perfect pigeon. And it was just dead. Obviously not so perfect, but it was there. And we was all talking about it like, poor thing. You know, where's it come from? You know, it's just fallen out. But yeah, anyway. The pigeon.
And then as we were all gathered round that pigeon, there was that big rock thrown and Nick pissed himself.
No, this was after. Yeah, it started. Yeah, that was in the hallway where the gap. We'll go to this. We'll run through the events. So we walked into the hallway. The stairs were there. The pigeon was on the floor. We obviously made comments about it, and then me and you made our way up to the staircase. Now there must be a good 10-15 foot between the two because it's at an angle straight down. We're at the top. Rich and about 8 others were all down on the stairwell.
Down the staircase.
Got Nick that was sitting there on the floor. Rich was standing there.
And also remember that there are no banisters to hold on to.
So you thought you're going down.
So everyone's staying still and not moving a muscle.
Yeah. So everyone is petrified. They're standing there. They're waiting. It's pitch black.
No one wants to move.
I've got the camcorder on me. I'm just sitting there talking to you as we do. Like, oh look, we're not back in Ireland again. Here we go. Blah blah blah. And I said, and then you can hear Rich on the video going back. If there's anything here horrible, demonic, hit Mark in the face.
Yeah, hit Mark or Mickey. That's what I said.
Hit Mark or Mickey. But then you did say on the video, hit Mark in the face.
Yeah, that was the second time.
On the second round, and then nothing happened. Okay, but the thought was there. Moving on. About 5 minutes later, we're standing there, and I said, "Oh, I wonder if something would happen." And then, obviously, the way I just speak, you correct me, something, not think. And I'm like, yeah, all right, mate. You know, it's banter. And I'm saying, okay, that's fine. You know, throw something at me. Like that. Throw me a fucking pigeon, mate. Because there's a pigeon on the floor. Yeah. And what happened next changed everything in my eyes. From what I've been doing 4 years, everything. It got physical. And as you saw in the video,
all I can do now is picture Olivia Newton, Johnny Lycra. Sorry.
I mean, if you're going to play the video on here to watch back, yeah, something was thrown at me in just under my eye here. You can see, bang, ricocheted off.
Clear as day on the video.
Clear as day on the video. Obviously, we don't have no footage from the other side of where it came from because you never do get this sort of stuff. But yeah, it hit me, and it obviously it hurt a little bit because it was in shock. It's like, oh, what was that? You know.
And we were all quite close to each other, even though we were dotted downstairs. Everyone had eyes on everybody. Yeah. No one could have dreamt to have thrown anything or got away with it. No one.
So I'm
the shock.
Boom! I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, what was that? I didn't know what it was. And then I looked at my chest and I thought, oh, maybe it's pigeon shit or something. Because I remember
throw a fucking pigeon at me or a shit.
I've got all this dust in. I'm like, oh, all right. And then all I can hear is, Mark, that was something was fucking thrown at you. We got to check the footage. So I'm walking down, and we look at
no. Firstly, like, who the fuck threw that at me?
Yeah,
you were angry. You were angry.
Yeah, first
I was trying to get out of there. Obviously the temper was like, who the fuck threw that at me? I thought we're having banter, throw something, and I thought you would have thrown something at me. But when you calm down and look back at it, Rich is here, I'm up here.
Apart from that, no one there is about doing that.
No, and the angle was steep, and it came at me straight on.
Yeah.
So the trajectory and everything there doesn't fit.
No.
Something came out the side of the wall and it hit me in the face. I can't have an answer to what.
No, it was dead straight. It would have been at an angle upwards like that.
And then watching the footage back again, it looked like it was thrown not to hurt me, obviously, because it could have gone in my eye.
Doing what it was
bang. And moments before that, Rich told it to do it. Now, was it just having a laugh, thinking, "Oh, I'll just throw it because they're all having banter here," or didn't it want me to be there? Who knows? But when we look back at it, I still look back to it to this day, and I just can't get over it because I've never seen it before. I see it on TV, but I know some of these are just, when you watch it, you think, yeah, but to be there and it happened
but nobody in their right mind could have got away with that doing it anyway, because they were all there. And also, secondly, it was, it wasn't the lightest place in the world as well. So no one, even if they did throw something, would not know that they were going to get you in the eye.
If someone was going to do that,
damage,
those people there would have seen it.
Yeah, 100%. No one there threw it.
But yeah,
you could have got damaged in your eye.
Yeah.
So no one would have done it anyway.
And everyone's going, "Well, ask for it, you get it." And I'm like, yeah, it's true, because that's what I'm here for.
Mm.
I'm here to be abused by the spirits. But, when shit gets real, you question yourself. You think, "I want to go home." Wow. I didn't
Mummy!
I know. And then when everyone's going back at the face of reaction, all I keep getting was, "You wanted to smack someone in the face." Well, yeah, obviously it's the right thing to do, it. Something's just hit you, you want to hit them back. But obviously you can't hit a ghost.
We had the smell.
Yeah, coming back to that, we went downstairs. So after that, we watched the footage, think, "Oh, Christ." So we're all standing around the pigeon, and then, boom, something was thrown in the corridor. Again, you can hear that on the camera. Nick absolutely shitting it. Like, what was that? Bang. We all turned around. Nothing. Wow. And then not only that, I don't know if it was this an old building, remember that? You walked back and fell through the floor.
Yeah,
I've got that on camera. You'll see that.
Good
see
that one.
You went through the floor, and then we had everything was happening that night for a reason.
Knock-on effects. One after another.
And then we had one of the ladies with us, Rianne, and she hurt her ankle. Then there was the gas smell that came out of nowhere.
Horrible. Sulphur.
It was sulphur. I remember Rich standing there going, "I can smell something. I can smell gas, guys." You hear it in the video.
Get out.
Get out. And then I went up there and I went, "Do you know what? I can actually smell it." And we're in an abandoned building.
Yeah, there's no
pipelines there.
There's nothing been.
And not only that, we had Fern as well. Fern's going, "Oh yeah, who's farted?" or something like that. And I thought, well,
no, way too intense.
It was too intense, and it was
sulphur.
It was horrible.
And what's sulphur linked to?
There we go.
Devil.
And it was all like warning signs. Everyone was getting picked off one by one, and then everyone went home after that.
Except me.
Except me as well. Yeah,
I didn't get picked off.
No, but what was that spell you did anyway? Hurt everyone else and protect me, was it?
Well, sort of.
It had salt.
I originally did a goodwill spell at first to give us everything that we would always want. The way I started off that, to light-hearted. But then the second, the proper ritual that I did was to invite the dark entities, the dark spirits, to come and be with me for the night, attach themselves to me, and maybe they were attached to me but doing other things. Yeah, and I can't believe for 1 second that it let us down because of the way everything just followed from the ritual.
And not only that, we can't talk much yet because this episode comes out before the next one we're filming. But there's some evidence in the next video that we got that brings us back to St. Crispin's.
It does, actually. Yeah, it does.
We can't say it again.
Don't give anything away.
Watch that video when it comes out, and you'll see, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah, the ritual for me, it doesn't matter if the people watching this believe in it, disbelieve it, think it's mumbo jumbo. These things happen, guys. And there are zero explanations for it. And we have with us on that evening many respected paranormal investigators who can't debunk any of it. So, our minds were made up that night.
I'm just going to say that piece of evidence where it hit you in the face, I can't explain that. There's no explanation for that.
On the videos you saw at the end when you were explaining it, what's the highlight of the night, Mickey? Your first reaction, you getting hit in the face. I really like it.
No one could explain it.
I wish it happened to me.
Everyone was in shock.
You do?
Yeah, of course. Hit me. But everyone was in shock. And you can see at the end of the night when we're trying to say how our nights went and stuff. People, the look of disbelief still, and
It was a whole round of them, the full house.
couldn't believe it. That is probably one of our most intense ever investigations. And obviously, the ritual did make up a lot of that. It was something different that we'd never done before. Some people had never seen anything like that before. And just the way that things unfolded afterwards, you just can't scoff at it. You can't just deny it.
I think it happened because of the ritual. I mean, I've been there probably 30 odd times.
That's what I was going to say. You've been there so many times.
Yeah.
Have you had anything as intense as the follow-ups to the ritual?
Not physical like that. It's normally what you see in audio and feelings. It's not getting knocked out.
What you're saying, because of the rituals, in the next video, it proves it was the ritual.
Yeah, it does.
100%.
Yeah, I mean, proof's a very strong word, but it leads to...
I've shown you the evidence already. And
but it leads to all
leads back
probabilities.
Leads back to that night.
It does. Unbelievable. It was...
Oh, it sounds exciting.
It's a follow-up.
I have no idea what you're on about, but...
Yeah, no, you'll be intrigued by it. You will be...
I'm sure it's going to be awesome. So, just to finish, guys, we've gone over our normal time, but for you boys, we'll keep it going.
Thank you.
I want to just touch on the old trip with Mark to Ireland and Edinburgh.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it wasn't New York and all of those amazing bucket list locations.
No,
Your own fault, you got COVID.
Fucking COVID, yeah, bastard. It got me, and but I wouldn't change it. To be fair,
No, I wouldn't.
The locations we had, we went to see Satan at the old Hellfire Club.
Yeah.
I thought that was
yeah.
Well done, Mark. Yeah, we went there.
When you say that, right? The place was great. Yeah, the wind spoiled it though. Christ Almighty, how windy was that place?
Your camera kept blowing out your hand.
Put it on the tripod, it's gone. But yeah, no, the trip was amazing. I mean, yeah, all right, we didn't get much activity there, but the feel of being in the place with the history behind it, yeah, it just scared the shit out of you, didn't it?
I just want to share a video with you boys.
Not the ones who go to the toilet, is it?
I don't know what you mean. Highlight of Mark's trip, I would say.
Oh, it's not your bag, is it?
No. Wow.
My bag keeps breaking. The handle keeps falling off at the wrong moment. His bag keeps breaking every 2 minutes.
That's classic.
I love it.
What's up, Miki?
Oh, this is another bit.
The shit.
Excellent.
Where is that suitcase, by the way?
Oh, that's in the bin. I love that in the skip.
Every 2 seconds, it's like we'll be walking along the hotel, it's fine. But yet, when you get a situation where you need to hurry up and fucking do something, that bag's gone. Getting on the plane, trying to get up the stairs, snap, it's gone. I'm like, oh my god.
That's brilliant. Epic.
When we got on the plane, I think it was to go to Ireland in the first place from Heathrow. I'm pulling it along. I say hello to the woman that's greeting us, and then the bag just breaks. I'm like, for fuck's sake! I turn around, this little Chinese woman looking at me, thinking probably, what a twat! Look at his bag.
You should have turned around and said to her, "Bloody made in China." That was.
Fucking hell! It was just every moment that I needed that bag to work. It didn't. It would break and it'd snap and fall off. And I'm like, fuck's sake. Mark turns around. I'm on the floor. But
let me just call you up on this as well, about this snoring situation as well. You're not really an angel, are you, Miki?
The first night at Redwood Castle.
Yeah, I was tired.
I've never heard snoring like I've fucking heard Mark. I thought there was an earthquake in the room.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep that night for 7 hours because of his snoring.
Yeah. I know what you're saying, mate, but you should have had a big stick like I did.
But I'll tell you what, for the rest of the trip, my God, you can snore. So you're not an angel, yeah?
I had to make up for it. I was so fucking tired. I was just like...
but that's one trip that... I'd do straight over again. Yeah, brilliant.
It was it was a very, very good trip. And obviously I'd worked with you before, but there's a difference of working with you and basically living with you for a week. You know, it could have ended really badly. We could have not got on at all. And then, you know, that could have been a really shit trip. But no, it's fucking awesome. I loved it.
It was brilliant.
We had a great laugh.
It hit you like a month or two later, like, you know what? I actually did this. I remember you telling me. We actually went a castle. It's actually hit me.
I can't remember what brought it up, but I was doing something and I was thinking, fucking hell, who else just travels abroad and just goes to all these locations just like that?
Redwood Castle, sleeping in a castle, going to a haunted island, just all this.
That Craven Island. My video's just come out, people. So if you want to go to my channel, Mickey York, go watch that video. And obviously, you guys' video as well on their channel.
Still there, Mickey.
Huh?
Your tent still there?
Well, after that storm?
Probably not. I suppose it's blown away. Okay.
Probably
tent. Don't know what tent is. What's a tent? No idea.
10.
We didn't take one, did we?
No, we didn't take one. One way. Yeah. It was sleeping on that island was. I've never done that before, and I'll probably never do it again. To be fair, being surrounded by the sea on a haunted island with so much history, it's like wow. It was a game changer for me. Just looking back on it, what we did that night.
The Alice box picking up like murdered and slave and on that island.
Yeah, sound to suffocate.
River, right?
I know, we're talking about the water and it says water rise and I'm like, what the fuck?
The tide was coming in, water rise. I was like, oh.
Wow.
It's like with Rich at Crispin's and you
Rich,
wanted to go in that room upstairs and you said, oh, what, I'll go in now. And it said Rich ready on the Alice box.
Absolutely ridiculous. That's a fantastic bit of kit, that box as well. Yeah, I really rate that box.
Anyway, guys, to finish, I want to know your meal deal options, please. If you're having a meal deal, what would you have?
Depends where we're going from. Smiths or Boots?
Wherever you choose, Mark, it's fine.
No, I would have a BLT with a packet of ready salted crisps and a little smoothie. That's it.
Mine would probably be from Boots. It's got to be the mixture where you get the BLT, the prawn mayo one, and the chicken.
That's a triple.
Yeah.
Fat bastard.
It's got. But I also would want the flaming hot Monster Munch that come with it as well.
Oh my god!
It comes as free, yeah. And the drink, it varies what mood I'm in, but it usually might be a Pepsi.
Healthy option.
Yeah, it's got lettuce in the sandwich.
Yeah, it's got lettuce.
Mark's really researched this. You get crisps from this place.
Yeah, of course.
He's ripped, he is. He's ripped about 4 pairs of jeans this week.
Oh, bless him. Bless little Mark. Fuck you. Anyway, guys, where can people find you on social media if you'd like to
social media, we are on Facebook, our main channels. We've got the groups there. We've got
breaking
news. Here we go. It always comes at the right moment. You can find us on Facebook. We have a private group and we have a page. We have Instagram. We have YouTube. We've got a TikTok. We put the evidence out on there, but
any of them platforms. West London Paranormal.
Put us in Google. Get a top search.
That's what I like to hear, boys. I will put that in the description of this video anyway to link you guys to some of your channels.
Appreciate that.
And, thank you very much, Mickey.
All I can say is Niall apologises for not being here, mixing up the days. What a fucking bellend he is. And Niall, I know you're watching.
5 episodes, eh?
I know. So what's that about? Anyway.
Holy fingers.
I'm sure we enjoy that. Yes, thank you very much, guys, for joining me today on the show.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for inviting us.
Thank you, Mickey.
Hopefully, some people learnt a lot because some of the stuff I didn't know. And Rich, you're very knowledgeable on the old dark shit. So I like that.
I don't know if that's good or bad, but hey ho, it works.
It's all good. And if anyone wants a snood, go to Crispin's behind the bike sheds and you'll find one. That's all I'm saying. So thank you very much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next episode. As Niall would say, what? Deuces!
See you guys.
See ya.
The Dads, Lads and Kebabs podcast is available to listen and download on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Podbean, and all other podcast platforms.